What's going on, guys? How we doing out there? Hello, happy Tuesday to everyone. Hope you're doing well. Another day, another plugging away at the never-ending battle that is developing a video game. So, what are you guys up to? Talk to me. Let me know what's going on out there because I'm just locked in my little office here, plugging away. Speaking of, let's jump in. Let's just go right at it. So, kind of picking up where we left off yesterday. Just started a little bit of this stuff. So the gist of it is I went back and I modified the interactions with the bucket, consolidated it into one cutscene, which just made more sense. Um, and then let's see. Yeah, cutscene reach for bucket, which I was in the process of cleaning that up. So cutscene reach for bucket, and speaking of, let's get it. The bucket. Ooh, which one is it? Yeah. I'm not sure which bucket it is. I've got two buckets over there, so let's just make sure we get the right one. Okay, yeah, it's on the broadcast antenna. There we go. Okay. Reach for bucket. Come back down to bucket. Oh, now it has it. It found on its own. Love the simple solutions. All right, so let's check this out. So use crowbar on bucket. That's actually no longer going to be a factor because that's going to get filtered into this reach for bucket and use gripping pull on bucket. So both of these cutscenes I'm going to go ahead and do away with. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and delete them. In this one I have nothing assigned to it because I deleted that script. Okay. So yeah, so the nice thing is what I've done is rather than have like 4 different cutscenes for an action that's almost identical, it was easier just to consolidate into this one and just detect what you're holding and then have the right reaction as a result. So in theory now, let's see, the gripping claw unwired, and this is what's going to trigger the cutscene, which hopefully I didn't just delete the link to that. I can figure it out. Let's see, oh shoot. What's the it's strange, I don't even see the cutscene there yet. So oh, you know what? I know how to get to it because I still have it listed in Aftermath level. For my testing, I put it right here and it's still there. Sweet. Gripping claw. So let's come back over here and we'll see. Oh, let's throw a game control in front of that, and that's all good. And then what we'll do is we'll put a put it like this. We're gonna borrow that for a second, but what we're just gonna do is say the claw's not working. I guess I have to change the wires. The claw's not working. I think I have to change the wires. How about that? And then the puzzle will kick off. And then let's see, inner puzzle, and then that should just kick us right out. Yeah. So we'll test this. Don't have the correct dialogue there, but at least just to test to make sure that it kicks off the puzzle like I think it should. Okay, so let's, oops. There, now we have the unwired. So let's head over here to the bucket. Oh, and it just does nothing. Okay. Interesting. Let's see, cutscenes. Did I break that? Yeah, reach for bucket. Okay, that's why. Yep. All right, try this again. Cruise back over here. Oh. Okay. So it kind of worked. Obviously, I need to. Oh, but I deleted them. Okay, I deleted the. Oh, that was stupid. The cutscenes that had those nice little settings for Will's position and the camera. That was a little short-sighted on my part. Let's see. I could examine. Examine debris. That's interior. Okay, so I wonder if I could go back into my. I had to move my. Oops. Move all my links out of the way. I could maybe go into my recycling bin and restore one, since I didn't mean to exactly do that, I guess. Let's see, CS. No, it wasn't. Cutscene. You know what? I'll just do it again. What the heck? It's not that hard. Not that challenging. Okay. So, that really nice, sweet little camera angle. Let's see if I can replicate it. Like so. And there. All right, so there we go. All right, so now the cutscene is in full play. So let's go to our cutscene camera. Yep, here we go. All right, turn around. Yeah. I think I had it like around here or so. I'll get the rotation fixed in a second. More interested in getting it in the right position first. That's a little close. I think that's closer. Let me get it a little higher up so I can make more room for Will being in the bottom of that shot. I think that's closer to where I was. Maybe get a little more camera space on the left side for Will. All right, and then just kind of clean my values. No reason to, but I just like it to be closer to rounded numbers. Okay, so then I'm going to do the old trick of doing screen grab for the values, because as we know, when using Unity, if you make changes while the scene is running, they will disappear on you. All right, so he's good. Let's get our cutscene version of Will placed. Icons are huge right now. Let me, come on, shrink those down a little bit. All right, now that I see him in place, I think I want to revise the camera just a little bit. So I did that screen grab just a little too premature. Cutscene camera, let's go back to the mover. I hate that. That is, in my book, that is an absolute bug on Unity's part. If you do a search for an item, cutscene camera, and you select it, and you cancel that out, you should be done. But it's still there. You have to click the item again. I don't know if that got addressed in like a later version. I'm using, what am I using? 2021 still, just because you don't change horses midstream. But yeah, in my book, that is a bug, not a feature. Absolutely hate that. Okay. And yeah, it's a little different than what I had before, but I think it's okay. Maybe get a little tighter. Kind of a strong Dutch angle there. A little too much, I think. Like that. Okay, now we're getting closer. Okay, good. I think we'll leave it there. Don't need that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab these values again. Got that. And now we want to go ahead and grab our wheel position. Got both of those. So now we can cancel and add those values to the cutscene. Reach for bucket. So player position is first. So let's put these in here at 7.830, 16.24, 67.688. Close enough. All right, that's the camera. Oh, I mean, that was the wheel, rather. 6.4, 4.168, 15.5, 51.6, negative 53.57, 9.91. And we should be able to mark that done. All right. And then my camera, do I... Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get the cutscene camera. Where's my... There it is. Like so. Yeah, I think it probably grabs it anyways, but go ahead and assign it. Okay. Let's just go through the entire spectrum here. All right, I'm going to be confident and go full screen in the belief that I'm not going to have any bugs pop up. All right, so first thing we'll do is try and reach for it. I can't reach it from here. That's using his bare hand. Then we'll try and use the crowbar, and then you can imagine the animation where he's like, can't reach it with the crowbar. It's out of his reach. The nice thing about this angle is it'll help me cheat it a bit more, because if you saw it from the side and you're like going, wait a second, he's not fully extended, that's cheating, right? But from this angle, it's foreshortened, so I might be able to get away with it, because I don't want you to use the crowbar. I want it to step up and use this pole, and then it goes, I can't quite get it loose. Wait, is my grammar right there? Let me double check that. No, I'm missing an explanation, or not explanation point, but a hyphen. I gotta fix that. Thought it looked wrong. All right. So, and then that's just gonna. Oh, it does nothing because I have nothing for the claw. I gotta add a something that just says, yeah, you can't do anything with that claw. I can't use those together. All right. But if we, yeah, wrong button. All right, combine, like so. There we go. Now we have ourselves an unmarred pole. I can't quite get it loose. Oh, okay, that's the wrong description there. Oh, that's right, because I don't have one yet. That's what I said. I need to make that. That's a good reminder myself. All right, and then I'm going to stop down because I can solve the puzzle, but that's still not going to fix things because it doesn't actually clear out the old inventory item and put the new one in. So let me go ahead and do first things first. Yeah, I can't quite get it loose. It's now we need the dialogue. Yeah, let's make a new one. object aftermath dialog. A new one. Excuse me. All right, aftermath. Let's see. Claw isn't. I can't use a hyphen there. That's good. The claw isn't. The claw isn't attached correctly. I need to fix it. I think that's what we'll do there. I still need to fix that other one. Where is it? Is it the one I can't reach, or is I can't get it loose? Let's check that. Let me just go this way. Aftermath, it was an interact. Okay, it's not that one. Okay. Can't fit. Oh, it's a use item, isn't it? I'm looking in the wrong place. Aftermath use. There it is. Found it. I used tab because I thought it would go to the next line, but no, it just tabs the text. That makes sense. Correct those. Okay. That's fixed. So that's one thing done. Now let's go ahead and create this new one. Let's see. Interact. So it's aftermath. Is it? It's used, right? Aftermath. Yeah. Gripping claw unwired. Yes. Create key. Let's add that. So this is using, so we say, what did I just say it was? Let me go back. Lock that so it doesn't go anywhere. Scriptable objects. Aftermath. Dialog. I lost it. I can't remember what I just called it. Whoops. Too much diet soda. All right. Ah, the claw. There it is. Claw isn't attached correctly. There we go. Correctly, space, sure, whatever. Then a delay. The claw isn't. I'll just say 1.5. So the claw isn't attached correctly. I need to reconnect them. Reconnect the wires. That should be good enough. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, cool. What's funny is that sometimes it's using Google Translate. Sometimes it'll translate delay into a different word, which you don't want. So you have to be mindful and check that so it doesn't hose you. One sec. All right. So that's good. Now we need to connect that. Oh, let's unlock it. It helps when you don't click on the wrong button. Let's try that again. All right, try and click the right button this time. There we go. This is Aftermath. This is use. Gripping claw unwired. I'm gonna make this a talking. So the difference between talking and thinking, obviously the thinking, there's no animation, there's no lip sync, and the text comes up as sort of like a bluish purple, whereas talking, he actually is lip synced and the text is white. In case anyone cared. That's the difference there. Okay. So the claw isn't attached correctly. So now I should have that. Oh, wait. I need to add this to the giant growing list. And let me. Claw isn't attached correctly. Can't type. The claw isn't attached correctly. Perfect. Now let's wire that up. Wait for it to compile. And now, oh, bounces off of it. Of course it does. So let's go back here. Now should see this big old stop sign. The claw isn't attached correctly. Good. So now we should have ourselves a new bit of dialogue for when we're using the use item handler. Oh, reach for bucket. Boom. So then let's wait for 2 seconds because there's like 2.5 because it's 1.5 and I guess I could trick it with the delay, but nah, I'll just keep it simple. So we'll leave it on 2 right now because the way the timing works for playing a piece of dialogue is it actually measures the length of dialogue, and I don't have that audio yet, so it just sort of uses a placeholder. So the timing is kind of wonky, but that's something that will resolve itself once we record the proper dialogue. All right. So let's see if we have some success this time. So first things first, let's go ahead and combine. All right. The claw isn't attached correctly. Whoops. Oh, my fault. Totally my fault. Okay, let's fix that. I forgot there is a magic little trigger here. This one contains delay flags. If you're going to put a delay flag in there, it's nice if you actually tell it it's there. Try it one more time. Wait, I thought I had that as a talking, not a thinking. That's talking. Uh-oh. Because that looked like it came up purple and it should be coming up as white. Uh-oh, that might be a bug that I have to record. Ah, no, no, no. Let's combine. Don't even know how to play my own game. Okay, go. Oh, no, it's because that flag was throwing it off and it broke everything. So, never mind. Coding is fine. The dude using this stuff right now is broken. All right, we'll stop down here because we know the puzzle is behaving. Although we may want to modify the puzzle just so we have the ability to go to those little connection nodes. So we'll do that, but let's do this first. So I would say puzzle because this is the puzzle that we're messing with now. All right, and then so when you puzzle solved, solved, I'm happy with myself. Okay, and then so what we need to do is add to inventory. Oh, it's yeah. Can I do that without? No, I can't. Add on, and this is gripping claw, and we need to remove which would be the gripping claw unwired, because in this puzzle we just got it wired. It's wired up, good to go. Okay. Let's see, and that just makes it disappear. Yep. I'm curious how this is going to behave. I don't know if we go into the puzzle, if it just automatically turns off the inventory, or if that was still present. Uncharted territory here. Let's see what this does. Keep pressing wrong buttons. Run, will run. All right. Okay. We do this. There. So I'm curious if I still have the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I obviously need to fix that. Whoa! We crashed and burned. Okay. Should not have been full screen because we broke the key gripping claw. Okay, I think I have the object, but the icon, but I didn't add it. Or do I need to make that? I can't remember. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to just get pretty simple here. I think what I'll do is do a quick Photoshop bash because it's temporary. We're going to revise the claw model anyways. So let's do this. Let's go into GUI, which is icons, can't select, aftermath. See, what is it? Gripping claw. Actually, you know that it looks fine. Whoa. Okay, it is there. So then why were you complaining? Gripping claw cannot be found in the item database. Oh, because I didn't add it to the database. Fair enough. I added the icon, but I did not make it a actual item. So, my fault. No, it's there. But it's not there. There it is. Okay. You know what? I think I added it, but remember I had the brutal, painfully brutal crash. So, looks like I'm missing that too. So, I'm gonna be anal here and just put them in numerical order. Doesn't matter, but just simplicity's sake. So, yeah, gripping claw. Okay. All right. All right. So combine. Run into the crate. Okay, and there we go. Oh, so we just come back. Okay, so it did. It went ahead and hid the inventory. So if you use that, we should get ourselves a bucket. There we go. Success. Success. So now we have the gripping claw, which I now have to come up with a new MacGuffin of why you need that. Because I did the terrible thing for the pieces that you build in the cave. I make it that you just sort of drop them all as you run out, fearing for your life. But I guess a lot of point-and-click adventure games will do that. When an item has outused its usefulness, they just sort of drop it, or I don't need this anymore, or it just simply disappears out of your inventory. I'd like to make it a little more elegant than that, but I say that, but I'll probably just fall back on it, just making it disappear. But yeah, okay. Because, I mean, the key thing is you don't want this item, if it's not going to be used for anything, you don't want to have it in there as a red herring, So people are going to try using that on all items when it doesn't do anything. But I still like it. I think it'd be fun to freak out Robot with, his own claw going, look what I got. Got your claw. Got your claw. Yes, I amuse easily. Oh, crud. Wait. Okay. That was weird. I lost focus on the window, but I closed the inventory, and then I couldn't move. So a second there, I thought, I thought the game was broken, but nope. It was just a mysterious loss of focus for the window. Okay. So that's another item off the list. Let me bring up my to-do list. So, let's see. All right. Just checking my list, my to-do list. That's good. Yes, address that. Oh, you know what? Let's do this before I forget. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and make the changes to the gripping claw puzzle like I wanted to. So right now, obviously, it, like I said, is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So spoilers, I'm going to go ahead and set the code. It's nothing because I'll probably end up changing it again anyways. Oh, 0. Excuse me. Oh, wait, you know what? Actually, I got 6 to choose from. 5, 4. So 0 and 1 don't get used, so don't do it like that. Okay, there's the solution, in case anyone cares. At least the solution for the moment. Alright, so what I need to do is go into the actual puzzle and add another feature. So let's do this. Let's come back over here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this back to life so I can just fire the puzzle up right at the start. Explain what I'm trying to accomplish here. Okay, so what I need to pull off, there we go, is make this is the fact that right now, if I place the wire there, and I want to place this wire here, and you go, oh, you know what, the blue is wrong, the orange is wrong, I want to change it. You can't, really. The only way you can do it is by taking somebody and artificially sticking it in there just so the blue pops back down. That's bad design. I want to have something, if you go to the left, then we go into the mode of over here, being able to choose one of these guys and make it unplug. And I think I have a setting for it. I just didn't make use of it. So this shouldn't be too much of a nightmare. If we look up here, we should have selecting, placing at connectors. Good. And I had at handle, but I kind of did away with that concept. In the gear puzzle, you can put the gears and then test it at any point. But the way I have this now is that it constantly updates. As soon as you put 4 wires connected, you don't have to manually test it. I mean, I could do that, but it just seems like additional friction. I think it's smarter and cleaner just to have the lights kind of come on once there's 4 wires placed. It just makes it go a little bit faster. I'm just concerned that if I say that, oh, you have to move the controller all the way over to the handle to check it, people may not register that and they may get stuck and I don't know what to do now. So that's my thought process. So I'll leave it there, but I'm probably not going to use it. And then checking kind of moot as well. Although maybe I do that when it's actually processing it. So, but we do want at connectors. That's what we're going to mess with. So we're going to say on left, oops, move left. And we got a whole bunch of nothing right now. We're not using left at all. So I'll put a switch in here, even though it's literally only one item, because if I want to put something else in here, it's nice to have it already set up that way versus having to add it later. So not if, no. Case and statuses is I guess I can do it for either selecting or placing, because you're still kind of on that base wire side. Selecting. Placing. Let's see. Selecting, placing. Yep. So then what we're going to do is status equals at connectors. And now I need to make a highlight for the connectors, which I don't know if I have those yet. I think I added, let's see. Right here. Did I add highlights to these guys? Nope, I did not. So I'll name these a little better. Connector 01. So bad about doing that when I try and hit copy paste. I mean to hit paste, but I hit copy, so I lose whatever I had in the buffer. I'm probably the only person on the face of the earth that does that, I'm sure. Alright, so then what I should find is one of these guys and just borrow their highlight. And just stick it on these guys. Yep. One sec. Okay. So that's good. So now we need to add these connectors to the script. Let's see, I have the wires, indicator lights. And we'll put it in between the connected wires and the indicator lights. And then this is, we'll do the trick where we go to the highlight effect. We'll let that be the connector, and then if we need to get the object, we can just move up one. It's an array, and we'll call these connectors. And then let's do a current connector. Selected. Oh, I did. Selected connector. Oh shoot. Okay, because I'm using that when I'm placing it. Select. I'm going to change selected connector to select selected placement, so I can reuse the connector term. So let's do this. Let's go replace to. I can't type. Selected connector becomes selected placement, and that places all 14. So that, yeah, because it's nothing's publicly exposed, so that should just be fine right there. Really? Selected connector. So now I can reuse that the way I want to. and it won't break anything. So selected connector equals 0. We start always at the default to the bottom, and you can move up and down. And yeah, right now the wires are ugly. They're just like straight lines connected. They'll curl up, I think, or something like that, so they're out of the way. So once they connect, they'll kind of like string out and that kind of stuff. But once again, placeholder, so I'm not really too worried about how pretty or ugly it looks. That's just something that gets addressed later on. So, okay. So that's good. And then what we want to do is, oh, let's turn off. Let me think about that for a second. So there's no reason for you to be on a connector if it doesn't have a wire connected to it, I guess, because that's going to serve no purpose. I don't know which is better, just to let it connect to it and you can hit it but nothing happens. I'll start with this way. I'll start with this and maybe revise it if necessary. So then I need to figure out if there's a wire attached to it. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and just turn off all the wire highlights. Yeah, okay. Oh, I added scripts to it. That was pretty slick. It makes sense because they're doing a lot more than just turning on and off. So let's just go ahead and flip them all off for a second. For the length, and we'll say highlight is going to be off. There. We're going to turn one of them back on, but I don't know if it's going to be the same one, so it's easier just to err on the side of caution. All the wires, the outline gets turned off. And now we say if give me a second. It's like flagging it already. It's like, give me a second to type something, jerk. All right, so if wires 0, placed. Let's see, is that a bool? Yeah. So if a wire is placed, oh no, I want connector. Shoot. All right, let me think this through for a second. So connectors. Oh, let me go back up. So I just did indicator lights, connecting wire. There it is. Forgot my own code. Connected wire. That's what we want. Wires are the things down below. The connected wire shows it's actually plugged in. And then it's keys off of the placement, which is exactly right. And then we'll say wires highlight of 0 equals on. I guess I can make this a little cleaner since it's just that one line. Like that. Check the formatting. Perfect. All right. So that takes care of that. So we got move left done, so that switches us into the at connectors mode. So now we do up and down. Move up. So here's our different statuses. So now we're going to be doing case at connectors. So we're here. And let's see, we'll just do it like this. Selected connector plus plus. We'll turn off the current one. Highlight. What? Connected wire. Okay. How did I mess that up? That's what I was doing there. Okay. Okay, yeah, recycle that. Boy, I was smart yesterday, but stupid today. We just want to turn off the highlight here. So we say, and then if selected connector equals, let's see, there's 4 spots, so if it's equal to 4, that means we've gone too far. Selected connector is now equal to 3, because that's as high up as you can go. All right, and then now we've moved somewhere. Selected connector. Oh wait, selected. Oh, that was smart. That was almost totally wrong. All right. All right. So there's a slight chance that that was correct. I'll delete this stuff. That's old leftover from the previous script that I was cribbaging. So now in this case, we'll say my, oops, if it equals -1, then we're back at 0. All right. Place your bets. Place your bets. See if this is even close to correct. I think about 40-60 chance here. I won't say which way. So we'll just place a couple arbitrarily like this. Nah. It did nothing. All right. I should not have been in full screen because I missed all the good errors. So first thing we need to do is when we switch modes, it should highlight. Oh, you know what? I might not have added that. So move left. Yeah, okay, I only did that for the wire, not for the actual connectors. Enabled. There you go. Oh, equals true. You happy now? Thank you. Yeah, okay, so I forgot to actually turn on the highlight on the connector. So let's move up. Let's see. Select a connector, enabled, true. Oh, I never set them, did I? Yeah, kind of hard for it to illuminate when they're not even connected yet. Let me wire that up. Connectors. Oh, you know what? Crud. I named it 1. Yeah, let me start on 0. So it's just lines up correctly. Two and 3. All right. So let's try that again. Can't do it this way. We can unlock this guy. Drag that down. Drag all 4 at once. Unlock. And we're good. All right. Try this again. There it is. Okay. So we got over to the connectors and then it broke like crazy. Index was out of bounds. Okay, so it hates that. So I got to do that a different way. Okay, so it's not the wires. Ah, that's not correct. Because there's 6 wires, but there's 4 connectors. Connected wire. That's, yeah. Connector wire at selected connector, which should be, that should be correct. Selected connector increases by 1. False. Okay, that's weird because that code looks like it's actually correct. Let me just knock that out for a second and just see if we can focus on the connectors, and then we'll worry about the wires. Second. There it goes. Good. Okay. Ooh. Oh, yeah. So I might have to come up with a different way to get to the connected wire. Let's see. Wires. It says place, but it didn't actually tell me which one is connected to, does it? I don't save that. Just placed. I might as well store it in the items. But I'm still gonna have to cycle through it to find out which is the correct connector. So that's still a waste of resources. Not the right choice. I mean, I'll do that if I have to, but there's got to be a more elegant way. connector wire selected placement. Alright, so let's figure out why it was actually crashing and burning. Let's just do it that way. So we'll just figure out all the values one at a time. Like so. And then in case this is the culprit, we'll just go ahead and I was trying to be too slick. So let's grab this guy. In case that's the thing that's breaking it, we'll go ahead and make these one at a time. And then obviously at some point this is going to break. Really? So we'll just put this oops, right here at the bottom. And selected connector should be, oh yeah, it's an int. That's an int. Wires is an actual object, so we'll just try and pluck its name. Although, don't know if that's the thing causing the error. We'll find out. One of these is causing the error. Going from the easiest to hardest to figure out which one is breaking. Oh, wait, do I not initialize? So here, we go up. There it is. Connected wire, selected connector. That's it, because there's no wire connected, so there's nothing to disconnect. So, that was a lot. So, here we go. So, if this bad boy, yeah, right there, if he is greater than -1, then we know there's actually a wire attached. Duh. So these guys can all go away because now we know that's safe to do. And we're down to one line, so we can make it nice and pretty. Like so. Alright, and then this one's fine. That was never the issue. Oh, no, it is. Wait. We're moving, but that doesn't mean that there's a wire attached. So we need to do it this way as well. If there's an actual wire attached to it, then turn the highlight on. Wires connected with wires. That's correct. So let's do the same for move down. And change that to on. I did have that correct up here. Yes? Yes. All right. That should make it behave. Because it only try and turn a highlight on a wire if there's actually a wire attached to the connector. All right. Real programmer would have gotten that right the first time. All right. So now if we come up here, there we go. Whoops. Okay. Going down is not moving down. That's interesting. At connectors. It didn't air out, but it actually didn't move down. -1. Two birds with one stone. We'll see if we're actually hitting this function. And if we are, What's that value? Because that should be shrinking when I go down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, because I'm not actually turning the connector highlights. Oh, life's hard. It's even harder when you're stupid. Put it right there. Duh. So many tries. Okay. Yes, thank you, debug log. We're going to kill you because it's finally working correctly. All right, so let's try this with the actual wires, and let's see if this works like we want it to. Now, if we're lucky, we'll place this guy like here, place this guy right there. Now if we switch over, yes, there you go. So the wires are illuminating. Great. So now we can just, if you hit the button, they would snap back into place. Or if we move right, then it would undo that and default back to 0. Or should I default back to the current wire? I think I'm going to default back just to the bottom, just for simplicity's sake. If people complain, I'll make it more elegant. But I think that's not a big deal. All right, so let's start with the select. And then we'll snap back to default. Selecting. There you go. And we're going to nuke all that. That's old and incorrect. Drop that in. Oh. It's always a head fake. I'm looking up here because that's where it's showing the error, but it's like, yeah, just put the little red squiggly line at the bottom. Just to say, hey, dummy, put a break there. Okay. Highlight off. Okay, so we're going to go. We don't need to turn that off because we're still going to be on that position. So then, what is it, default? Return to default. So the wire snaps back into place. And I need to actually reset the values for that. So, let's see. Shoot. How did I do that? Okay, so placing selected placement equals 0, so it should. Okay, I guess I haven't actually done that before, so this is the first time. So what we need to do is make sure that that wire value goes back to -1. Connected wire. Selected connector. Equal back to -1 again. I think that fixes it. Let's find out. Boom. Just arbitrarily dropping stuff in. Nope. That crash and burn. Connected wire. Select the connector. All right, so that's just an int, right? Yeah. Oh. Because I'm putting that first. I'm wiping the value out before I disconnect the wire. Oh, stupid. Stupid. See, this is what happens when you let animators code. Oh, it jumped up there to him, didn't it? That's a ugly glitch. Okay, so that's cool. Although when I went left, it move left, not on left. Move left. It's off. Select a connector. All right, you know, actually I think I'm just doing that wrong. That's let me borrow the move up, move down code. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Move left. Yeah. Leave it. Yeah. Okay. So what I want to do here is instead of doing it this way, I want to do it this way. That should be cleaner. There. That should prevent it from going to the wrong wire. Like that, and we'll just take that one down there. Bingo. All right, now just be able to go back to the right And we're kind of in the home stretch here, I think. Didn't take too long to get all that implemented. All right, this guy. All right. Oh, that's right. We gotta move right. Borrow this. And just nuke all of that. And that. Nope. Statuses, connectors. That's what we want. Then we just need to snap back to selecting. Like so. Selected wire equals 0, just default it back. Could I guess I could, yeah, I think I'm going to do that for the time being. If people want it to be more sophisticated and snap to one of the other wires, I'll figure that out later. Selected wire. All right, what else we need? Oh, turn off the highlight on the ACK connector. Connector enabled equals false. There we go. And that might be enough. Oh, no, I need to actually highlight the wire I snap back to, don't I? Check that real quick. Bingo. Yep. Perfect. That's working nicely. Boom, boom. Oh, shoot. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so that's broken. All right. It's a good breakpoint, though. I'm going to go ahead and refill my glass. Sneak out for a second. And in the meantime, let me turn on these guys. So, yeah, going to duck out for a second. In the meantime, anyone that's actually here just lurking, if you want to play with my dog, just in the chat, type in !Tossdisk. Hang tight, and I'll be right back. All right. Now we're all set. Again, Maya. Sorry about the silence. Yeah, you know, I used to put music in the background. I'm actually right here, right? I'm listening to music on my phone. Yes, I am home. Yes, I'm back. But yeah, I used to put music in the background, but it seems like any music that I thought was viable for hello, Akin. Is it Akin? Akin? Sorry if I got the pronunciation wrong there. But welcome. Yeah, thanks for saying hello. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, nice to have someone to chat with there. So let me grab my gamepad again. Let's see. So if you just drop by and you don't know the context, although it says it on the title there for YouTube, thanks for checking out the YouTube stream. This is actually a video game based on the 1960s TV series Lost in Space that we actually have a license for. There you go. I just dropped this over. Okay, got it. All right, sorry. So, Akin? Is that the... yeah, I don't want to get it wrong. Akin. We'll say it's that way. Akin? Or Akine? Akin. I'm a stupid, you know. I'm a stupid American. I don't know proper pronunciations, but please feel free to correct me. But so yeah, so it's a point-and-click adventure game based on the 1960s TV series that we were lucky enough to land a license to work with. So we are in the middle of developing it. I have a few people helping out. That is fantastic. But I just come in here a couple hours a day just to show a little bit of progress and then kind of push on. But if you got any questions or anything, feel free to ask. In the meantime, let me figure out what I got wrong here. So we're trying to fix this puzzle. It was working. It works at first, but then when I come back to it, not so much. So we come out here, we go like that. This is fine. We're still behaving. But if we actually assign something like that, and then that's still okay, we're still able to go back and forth like that. If we remove something, we can still come back. That's weird. So, okay. Now it's behaving. Okay. What did I mess up that? You love so much this game. I would make a game like this. Just animation quality and texture for this. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Well, I'll say I'll take credit for animation stuff. That's that's my day job. I'm, as anyone that's watching this knows, that I'm definitely not a coder, not a very good one at least. I can kind of make the code work. Do you have any blog or article for game makers? I don't. Unfortunately, I kind of I got too many plates spinning, so this is sort of my only public facing kind of stuff I do right now. But I mean, if you have something specific that you wanted to talk about, I could do it. I did do like a little video that kind of shows a little bit of behind the scenes. But yeah, I would love to talk about our methodology of how we're doing all the steps, and including the fact that we're actually using a mocap rig, kind of a low end one compared to what most mocap rigs cost. But it's just in how we process it and how we put the animation in there and add it to all the gameplay. But yeah, I mean, in the meantime, if there's a specific thing you want to ask about, yeah, feel free to shoot, and I'll be happy to answer as best I can. All right. So, oh, there it goes. Did it? Weird. It like froze for a second. Oh, because it went to the wire. So if I come here and I go right, now I'm on that wire again. Oh, because I'm at 0. Duh. Okay. Yep. Yeah, sure. Sure. So I mean, are you actually a game developer yourself, or aspiring a game developer, or What stage are you in terms of doing that kind of stuff? Oh, shoot. Oh, that's right. I can't select it because I got to go over here to select them. I could. You know what? Right now, the way it works is it bypasses. I might change that. Excuse me. I might change it and just simplify it so it doesn't skip the wire if it's placed. Oh, you're a beginner. Oh, cool. I love, I almost feel like a bit of a drug dealer because I love trying to get people hooked on making games because, I mean, the bar of entry is super low nowadays. I mean, just, now that Unity and Unreal are, and is essentially free until you start making a lot of money, I mean, if you have the time, it's something to jump into. So are you playing with Unity, Unreal, Godot? I mean, there's so many choices out there now. Obviously, I'm partial to Unity. Been using it since, well, started in 2008, released the first game in 2010. So, been doing a little while now. All right. So, what I think I might do is remove that check when I'm going up and down, where it looks to see if it's already placed or not. And if it's placed, then it skips it. If it's not placed. Yeah, see, right now, I thought it was cool just to only focus on the wires that are still available, but I guess it's kind of cooler to be able to go to the wire and unconnect it. So, let's see if it's not placed. So in that case, all it'd be is like just a iterating up one. So selected wire. If I could type, move up, and then if selected, and then I really need to remark this out right now because I'll forget if I don't do it now. There. Selected wire equals 6, so it's 6. Whoops. If it equals 6, then we say it's back to 5. So it doesn't go out of range. That's good. And we'll do the same for move down. Do the same thing. I'm not deleting it because I may change my mind, and I hate trying to redo code again because I'm lazy. So if it's equal to -1, then we're back to 0. Okay, so that's got that fixed. And then now if we need to make it so select checks selecting, because right now I think it's hard-coded to just if we're selecting, then we go into placement. So now we have to check to see if the wire is already placed. There we go. So yeah. All right, so then we're selecting if the wire at selected, if he's already been placed, then we want to, in essence, just toggle him off. So then we'll say back to default. Turn default. And return. I think that's as easy as it needs to be. And if that's the case, then I probably added all that going to the connectors thing for no reason. I may have spend all that time, what was that, like an hour adding all that code so you can go to the connectors when reality is redundant. So yeah. I did. I totally overthought all that. I completely over. So yeah, I mean, it's great that I added this feature that you can go up here and ooh yeah and do all that, but there's no reason because if you just right here, you could just turn it back off again. Oh wow! Except for the fact that it's not removing. Oh shoot. Okay, I have to remove the value from that connector because now the connector thinks that 4 things are plugged in, and that is not the case. All right, so I'm gonna say temporarily goodbye to this fine code. Don't need this. That's old code from a different script. Yes. Okay, move left and then move right. Same thing. Like that. Good. Okay. So then if we are selecting. We need to also connectors. Oh shoot. Connector wire. Because it doesn't actually keep track of which one it was attached to. So I think I am going to add that. I was thinking about doing that before. Kind of like placed is nice that it says whether or not it's connected, but right now I'd have to go through a search and figure out which connector the wire is connected to. Which would be easier just to store that in the wire itself. So we'll just say I'll make it public. What the heck? Connector. Because I get that information right here. Oh. Let's change this to can't type. Really can't type. It's just throwing random text into my stuff now. There, see? That was so easy. All right, and then let me just change all these connectors like so. So connectors into a connector. That's really helpful, isn't it? There. So now I can just get that, and we'll say yeah. Selecting like so. So then we'll just say connectors, whichever one it is. Connected wire. Let's see, connected wire. Yeah, okay, connector wire, that's right. Okay. connector is equal to -1. Why do you hate that? Oh, because I did that twice. Okay, and then connectors, the highlight, enabled equals false. I think that's it. I think it's all we need right there. So if we place that, unconnect. Oh, I guess highlight never really happens anyways. So if we do it, let's test it this way. I'm going to put it on like so. There. Yeah. Okay, and it's good. So the lights didn't come on. So as soon as I pull it off, then it knows that it's no longer connected, so it doesn't think there's 4 things attached when there aren't. Like that. Sweet. That does fix it. All right, and then the cross wires are incredibly inelegant. I understand that, but as I've said before, this is a placeholder. So let me just double check. I'll do it this way. Do it down dirty. 2, 3, like that. 0, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And then we'll see that it's added it to the inventory, but it didn't remove. Oh, that's fine, because I bastardized it. Sweet. Done and done. That's officially behaving. So let's go ahead and take that out of our level controller, since we've tested that. Cool. Fantastic. Took a little longer than I wanted to, but you know, actually I guess I don't really even need to hide. Do I want to bother with the... Okay, I'm thinking out loud here, but I wonder if I want to bother with the highlight. That might make it look a little more elegant, I guess. You know, when the wire connects to the... When you're choosing the connector would actually illuminate. Here's what I'm talking about. Yeah, see right now, you're just kind of going... It'd be nice if the connector itself highlighted along with the wire here, I think. That's what I'm thinking. Which is no big deal. This should be... I already got all the stuff plugged in, all those highlights, so why not use it? Oops. Helps if I go to the right script. And it helps if I type correctly. Yeah. I swear I will learn to type someday. Alright. That's it. Placed, then otherwise, oh, that's easy. Okay. Selected a wire. Okay. Let's see. Connectors 0 enabled equals true. Let me double check that. I think that's automatically correct right from the beginning. But let's verify. I mean, I could add more, but hey, there you go. Did not want... Let's see. Toss disk. That should... Oh, no. Okay. I'm sorry. Maybe it only works on Twitch. I thought it would actually look for the multi-stream. But unfortunately... Oh, that's terrible. Unfortunately, I think people that are connected through YouTube are not going to be able to play catch with my dog. I'm sorry about that. Well, thank you for beta testing the fact that it doesn't work. It works for anyone that's watching on Twitch, which is what I've normally streamed on, only Twitch by itself. But I expanded to the other ones, but I just discovered the hard way that no, you did. You typed it correctly. You did it perfectly. It is a design flaw on my part, not realizing that only Twitch people are allowed to type that command. Or maybe it's delayed. I don't know, because I'm not seeing it show up on the Twitch feed. YouTube and Streamlabs have this misbehaving behavior. So I wouldn't be surprised if it shows up, because right now I'm looking at my multi-stream, and what you just typed, those last two things, haven't even appeared on Streamlabs yet, on my chat. That's why I have to have two windows. I have like YouTube over here, Streamlabs over here. So it's very possible that a minute from now, an hour from now, your text will suddenly appear, and then suddenly Penny will get her toss. So that I won't take the blame for this yet until your text actually shows up over here on the multi-stream. But we'll see. All right. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, good. So that's working perfect. So let's go ahead and move up, move down. We'll add that. All right. I'm also, corner of my eye, I'm keeping a glance on the multi-stream chat feed to see when it pops up. I'm just curious now to see if that just magically works. Let's see, so it's not the selected wire. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong place. That's terrible. It's not selecting, it's placing. Selected placement, that's what I want. All right. And then ACK connectors is kind of moot because we've removed that ability. I'm going to, let's see. Double check. I think I've completely remarked it out. So, hey, Killer Tofu, look at that. Long time no see, buddy. Yeah, see. So he was using it in Twitch, and it worked immediately. So I'm sorry about that. I'm still waiting for the YouTube text to show up, and then it blanks out. Now that one is my fault. The black screen there is my fault. I have no idea what it does. That it just yeah, but give it a minute and it'll come back. Yeah, it's been almost 2 years, but taking another stab at it. Been doing well. How about you, man? Yeah, see, there it goes. It comes back eventually. I don't know why it does that, though. What's new? I don't know if you saw this last time. I was just starting work on a video game based on the 60s TV show Lost in Space, and still working on that. Working like crazy. But yeah, how about you, man? It's been ages. All right. I just got distracted here and I got lost. Oh yeah, I was looking at the ACK connectors. And this is for selecting. All right, I'm not deleting because I can't swear that I won't put them back in, but I think I'm done with those. Good. Okay. So move up, down and select, we got that. Now move down. Before we do that, we go like that, and then I'll put it down here. think that makes it behave. Let's see if the connector lights up with the wire as the wire moves up and down in its positions. Just been working and such. Starting to work on a little adventure game myself. Hey, awesome. But if it's like any other of my projects, I'll leave it in a half-finished state for eternity. Yeah, I've released a handful of games, but there's also games that have not made it to the finish line, so I totally understand and sympathize. Oh, shoot. Okay, it works going up, but it doesn't work going down. That's weird. Oh, because I keep putting it in the wrong place. Come on. And and I forgot to change enabled to true anyway, so that was a double fail. All right, let's start by putting it in the correct place. False. There you go. That. And make this true. Idiot. Okay. Well, I mean, there's so much passion, I think. I mean, at least for me, you can tell me if it's the same for you, but yeah, when I first start a project, there's massive amounts of like, oh man, I just want to work on this all day, every day, but that you burn through that, and I think it becomes, the old adage of you think it's a sprint, but it's a marathon, Okay. Oh, shoot. It almost worked, except for when I select it, it doesn't deselect. So let's fix that. But yeah, it's really tough to hang with a game. I mean, especially as long as I take on mine. So I do actually want this to be turned off. So selecting like so. Okay, so if we're saying selecting, if it is placed, then current placement, selected placement, false. Yeah, I think that's what we want it to be right there. Let's see. Sprint. Oh, no, that's not right. That's while we're still, I keep trying to do that. It's under placing. No, that is right. I forgot. Yeah, no, that is right. Jerk. Let's just run it. Check it. Same here for sure. I think my ADHD shows, and I hyperfixate to a bit and then move on. Just want to do everything, but not enough time. Oh, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Yeah. I mean, it's the old adage of trying to start off with something smaller, and it's still not doing it correctly. Crud. And then moving on to bigger projects. I think especially if you're starting out, it's a lot of people do that, start big and crash and burn. But I think that's true even for seasoned developers. Just when you jump into a project so big, it's just, you're wandering endlessly through a desert with the belief that you're heading the right direction and you're going to get there eventually. But, it's, when you're in the thick of it, it's really hard to believe that you're going to actually complete the thing. I did get the demo out, so that was a level of success there. For those that don't know, there is a free demo for our current game we're developing, Lost in Space, the adventure game. You can find it on Steam or itch. Easy way to find it is if you just go to lostinsspacegame.com. There's links for Steam and links for itch as well if you want to grab it. Give it a try. It's a relatively short demo. It's just sort of like an appetizer, just to give you an idea what the game's going to play like. Not a tremendous amount of gameplay. I mean, depending on how well you do with the puzzles, it's anywhere from 15 minutes to like half an hour. Like I said, brief, but I think it does a decent job of setting the mood for what's to come. All right. Now let's figure out this big mystery of, I think it's right here, right? I mean, worst case is I could just go across the board and knock them all down. Loft. So I think this is the position we're in when it glitches. Find out for sure. All right. Yeah. Nope, that's not it. Okay. I was wrong. So we're saying select. If it's already placed. Oh, it's not placed. Duh. Wait. We're placing it. Yeah, okay. So I might just... Connectors are enabled. Oh, that's... Look at that. I hardwired it as a 0. That's why. Duh. Then selected placement. Yeah. Okay, I think that addresses it. Spent way too much time on this. Thought this was going to be like slam dunk. Easy, simple, move on. Nope, and it's still broken. I'm here, right? We'll do it this way. Selected placement. Connector selected placement. Yeah, it's sort of like there was an old game I used to play as a little kid called Mastermind, and I'm just trying to clean up the GUI. You know, but I mean the puzzle works. I'll show you here in just a sec. So the idea is that you have this pole and you have this claw and you're trying to wire up the wires to it, and the puzzle's behaving. But what I'm trying to do right now is just right now you see how these connectors highlight with the wire, but if you cancel, see that's broken as well. But you know, if you place, let me do it this way. See, if you place it, the wire highlight goes off, and so should the oh, because I'm at placement, that's why. I just figured it out. Idiot. Putting the code in the wrong place, because we're not selecting, because the highlight doesn't happen then, it happens here. Right there. Yeah, big help, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Coming to the rescue. All right. There it is. Oh, although it doesn't actually highlight the first one when it first... Okay. So we need to turn this on. So select... So this would actually become true. But that needs to go here. Like so. Perfection. All right. So that fixes that. So when you first connect, the connector highlights. If you place it, the wire highlight turns off, the connector highlight turns off, and the other one is if you cancel, which is yeah, deselecting. Not true. False. All right. Feel a little more confident that this wraps up everything. Yeah, the YouTube text, the chat still has not come across. It was weird. It was working perfectly. It was almost real time. But, now when you entered that stuff a few minutes ago, it still hasn't made its way across. It's Streamlabs. All right. So, there he goes. So, if I cancel, the highlight goes away. When I hit it first, you see the highlight pops on. If I place it, all the highlight pops off. Fixed. Perfect. Now I'll just get rid of all of these debug logs. Do not need them anymore because it's behaving. Sweet. And that was the only one I had. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Okay. And so let's do this legit way. Oh, oops. Let me disable the puzzle. If I go to the right place. Knock out the puzzle. Lucchini, well, you made it. You're a little earlier than yesterday. Welcome. Doing well. Making a little bit of headway here. Let's see. Like so. All right. Yeah, I guess you guys probably haven't talked for a while too, since it seemed to be like all through here, right? Let's see if Penny forgives you. There you go. All right. So, oh shoot, I don't remember the solution here. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2. And 0. Perfect. Points at streamer. Okay. So if we do this, it should pull the bucket down. Obviously, animation is still missing. That's coming. All right. And then use the bucket on here, which does nothing yet. Yep. All right. So I've got a lot of stuff plugged in now. Like we talked about before, like here, see, he's standing still. There's no animation yet. Here, there's no animation yet. One of the things I'm going to have to do, of course, here, he reacts to, is all the mocap for this. You guys can tell me, what do you think? Would it be interesting to watch me make a fool of myself and in my mocap attire on the stream? Or should I just do that after hours, so I can keep my my humility? Mocap is fun. Yeah? I could probably do it in the office. I'd have to try and make sure I have enough room for it. I'm not even sure. I might have to take this and put it up higher so it can capture it. Okay. You won't hear my laughs. Okay, wow. I guess that's 2 votes for. I guess that's 2 votes in favor of, right? Okay. Oh, that's something I'm going to do. I just discovered that. Okay, so what I want to do is I could do that. I could do that I'm kind of the end here, but I'll do this real quick. So the problem now is, now that the bucket is removed and the collider box for the bucket was on this side. Now the bucket is turned off. There's no collider. So you can totally miss the fact that, you can see the shadow of the power cord sitting up there, but unless you come to this side, it doesn't happen. So what I need to do is make a secondary power cord collider that flips on when the bucket gets picked up. And I don't have to worry about the order because you can never pick up the wire until you've actually dealt with the bucket. Let's see. Yeah, no, yeah, you can't get the wire until you've already gotten the bucket, so the order's fine with that. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? You know, you would have to remember that it's there. And yeah, I was just playing, been playing a ton of point and click adventure games, and I've been playing in one from 2009, back when Telltale made really good ones, playing the Wallace and Gromit games. And it is beautiful. I am so jealous of how beautiful it is. But there's one point where I got stuck and I had to go look on a walkthrough, and it's kind of like, oh, you need to get the plant. And it's like, where's the plant? And it's like, oh, it's on the windowsill. What windowsill? The one in the town. And there's like one point where you have to walk around, and just by walking underneath it, the highlight above you highlights. And it's like, how do you not expect people not to find that, you know? I resemble that remark. You know, it is old, but it is so old. It's when Telltale games didn't suck. That's how old it is. And the old King's Quest. I have those too. I've been brave enough to go back to playing them again. I can't even tell you if I beat them when they originally came out. Yeah, those things were unmerciful in terms of challenge. And back then, there was no internet to help you out. You know, that was just beating your keyboard. Save the cheese. Yeah, I heard someone talking about that. It's just like you can find yourself completely hosed. That's true. Or the 976 phone numbers, the helplines, you know, where they could tell you the answer in 12 seconds, but they got paid by the minute, so they kept you on the phone as long as possible. The first games, oh, nice. Yeah, I was back in the day. I was playing the old Broderbund, some of the original. They weren't point and click. They were more like text with like a poorly drawn graphic on the old Commodore 64 days. Really dating myself now, aren't I? All right. So then what we're going to do here is make a second box collider. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll make it just to differentiate. Or I could call it box collider and large box collider. No, I mean, it's only one I care about, so let's just make another one. So let's add ourselves a component. Box collider. Like so. I love Zork too. Yes, yes. I still remember, oh, let's see, didn't know about these. I'm just going to call them scam numbers. Yeah. I mean, they were actual helplines, you know, created by the company. So they had all the answers, but they were definitely doing their best to keep you online as long as possible. Yeah, Zork was a beautiful game as well. My buddy had that on the VIC-20 in a cartridge that you plug in the back of it, and that was just pure text. Some Mario game in 96, 97. I was already out of college by that point. Oh my God. Wow. Not dating myself there at all. Oh, wait. Oh, wrong thing. All right, you gonna let me move this up, or are you gonna complain about being a prefab? Move up. Oh, sweet. Let's see. Move up. There we go. That's what we want, like that. That's less important, but what the heck. Move it like that. I'm sorry for being young. I was 10. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, I was born the same year the movie The Graduate came out, which is where I got my name, thanks to Dustin Hoffman. You want to know the answer to that? Go look at IMDb. Okay. Is it this one? Whoa, wrong one. It's this one. Oops. Like So I think that's pretty good. Oh, you did? You actually watched that one? The yeah, it for the time it was an amazing film. I mean, it was something impressive, and gave me my namesake. But the if you've seen the film, then interesting thing about the final scene is you see them happy and laughing, the two of them laughing, and then they're like giddy and that kind of stuff, and then they kind of sit down and they kind of like just kind of smiling and just kind of staring around. The brilliant true story of that is the fact that the director uh, never yelled cut. He just let the camera roll. So it was Catherine Ross and Dustin Hoffman. They just sort of like didn't know how to respond, and it's so great because it could have cut out sooner than that, but by leaving it running, it just lets that reality moment become more profound, and it was such a brilliant choice. Yeah, exactly. That is so true. It's kind of like we did it. Oh, um, yeah. Master of None did the same thing too. Had just I almost to the point where it looked like a copy paste kind of concept, and I love the fact that there was no follow up after that. They ended up changing to a whole one of the secondary characters and making a whole new storyline for them, just because he couldn't. Oh no, okay. Um, because it's just like it was that was it. There was nowhere for that story to go. Any choice you make directorially, uh, it was never going to uh, pay off. But yeah, that's it. Um, okay, good. Oh, definitely want it to be a trigger, and then what we'll do is turn this off initially. Excuse me, and then so when you do get the bucket, look at all that grass. All right. So 1 second, let me find the cutscenes here. Well, Luchini, before we drop off, spoiler free, but you want to talk about the three body problem? You said you were up to episode 5 yesterday, so I'm guessing you're pretty darn near done by this point, maybe. Where am I looking for? My cutscenes, exterior, reach for bucket. That's what I want. I like those kind of endings. A character doing something that they wanted for so long, only for that camera to pan and similar. What is the hunter without the hunt? Yeah. Yeah. There's another movie. I don't know if I should say just because I don't want to spoil it, uh, but yeah, there was another movie by Jason Reitman. He made one that it was like the final moment is kind of like I accomplished it. Great. So I mean, it's very much in that same vein. I love that. Up to 6. Okay, I'm trying to remember specifically what took place. I don't want to spoil it. I mean, if someone hasn't watched it, I hate spoilers. Um, it's it was his third movie. We'll just put it that way. But yeah, you can never go. You should all watch. I won't say all of Jason Reitman movies. Jason's made a few missteps. Yeah, okay, fine. I will hit you up in Discord. I'll do it that way. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, I totally lost my train of thought there. Lucini, doing your magic. Get me distracted again. Uh, okay, cutscene for the bucket. Oh, there we go. So if it is the gripping claw, then we add item, and then we need to we'll say serialized box collider chord collider old, and then we'll make a second one for box collider, the bigger one. like so. We're just about to do computer gaming stuff. Oh, more WoW, I'm guessing, since that seems to be your game of choice. Okay, so, and then, so we'll say old, enabled equals false, and then this bad boy is going to be true. So this will switch us out from that collider that only covers half of the space, and once you get the bucket out of the way, it'll take over the whole space, which is exactly what we need. Now we just need to wire that up, and I will be done. This will be the last thing. I feel confident that this will not be a nightmare. Still enjoying my own music here. Wish I could share it. Famous last words. I did kind of just jinx the crap out of myself there, didn't I? All right. So let me lock that in place. Although actually locking in place is not going to help because... Oh, crud. How do I do that when I need to select it? Ah, crap. This can be a challenge. Okay, so if I drag and drop, can I do it this way? Reach for bucket. I don't know how to get the correct one. I know I can drag and drop on the same object. Ah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, but I was still able to understand it. And yeah, you were right. I have no script on this one. Oh, I do. I do. Awesome. Here's how we do. We say plug void swap. There's more than one way to code a cat. All right. Serialize field. So let's see. Okay. Box collider. Old. Collider. Nice. Another one. And still, the YouTube chat never makes its way over. That's a fine feature there, Streamlabs. Call it new. New collider. Yes. Swap colliders. Enabled equals false. He's trying to take over your score. Uh-oh, it's a battle. You better hurry. You only got minutes here. I'm feeling good about this. This is going to wrap up here very soon. All right, so old and new, that's good. So where's my cutscene? You know what? I'm just gonna make this simple. Instead of that, that's trippy. Power cord. Power cord. Swap colliders. Boom, check that out. Now I just got to wire it up. And we're there. All right. So we'll take the top one. That's the old. And new. All right. And then that swaps. So I'm going to cheat this. Oh, look at the taunting. The brutal taunting. All right, so let me add it so I don't have to go through the whole steps. Gripping claw. And then I will look at this bad boy to see if I'm right. Uh-oh. Oh, you're right. I totally forgot. Reach for bucket. I was in a dollar store today and bought a cat toy for €2 and then forgot it on the counter. Oh, I hate that. That's the worst feeling. All right. There it is. Oops. Yep. Boom. There it is. Success. I did it. Control S. All right, guys. Quarter past. A little overtime there. Had a little more time to get a little more Penny time. But let's do it for real. All right. Penny's about to make her cameo. But before I do that, Killer Tofu, great to see you again. Lucini, thank you for coming by. Well, come a little sooner and we'll talk 3 body problem stuff later this week. But yeah, good to see you, Killer Tofu. Thanks again. It's been a while. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I can do this for a while again. Now that I have no day job. It's now that visual effects is dead in Hollywood. So, but yeah, thanks again. So anyone else that's joining in, Monday through Friday, I'm doing this 2 to 4 Pacific time. I'll let you adjust the time for yourself. But yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out. As I pointed before, if you want to check out the game, find out some more information, just go to lostinspacegame.com. Or you could just go to Scary Robot, which is the company site. And there you find all the links, like Discord and all those places, so you can find all that. Oh, okay. Yes, I know. I'm talking too much. Okay. Time for the Penny cameo. You ready? No! Jeez. You want to do that one more time? One more time? Oh! There she is. All right. Amos. You want to have your little cameo too? Oh, nope. Penny just wants it all for herself. Come here, buddy. Come here. Okay, he's gonna be. Oh, you want to play? Is that it? Yeah. Oh, come here. He's too squirmy. Okay, Amos is gonna be camera shy. You can hear the breath too. I know. Yeah, and that's actually true in the even in my little app. You can just hear it. It's subtle, but it's there. Oh yeah, are you doing it now? Okay, there you go. Ow! Just shoved his paw right in my throat. There you go. He's like, what did I do? What is this punishment? There's the Amos cameo. Oh. And then she walks away, so he's gone. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you can make it again another time. I will be back again 2 o'clock Pacific time. Until then, you guys take care of yourselves. Have a great day, and